Hi, this lesson is going to be about posting on your blog. So upon logging in, we are at your dashboard. On the dashboard, you'll go to your left-hand side on your menu, and you will find your entire menu. You're going to select Post, just click once, and upon post, you'll see all of your blog posts that are currently up in your news and events page, and also on your front page for a small snippet. You have your Purple Project, Nassau County Museum of the Arts, and Christoph. These are templates that I've created that you may also click and view for guidelines, and you can follow the same format they have here. You can pay attention to see this is the title. Shows you who's your author. So far I have been, which I'm the admin. When you add your post, it will say Neil. Categories. I have two categories set for you. It's called press and event. These three are counted as events. No need for tags, no need for comments, and it shows the date that the page was published. So just to give you an idea of how to add a post, what we go to is to the top where it says add new. It'll highlight a turquoise blue for you. And it's very straight and simple on how to enter a title. So this is the first thing we do, enter title. So we'll just put testing post. And right here in the first body is the body of text. And here's where you go ahead and write your story. You don't add images or video onto this section at all. This is mainly for text. Now down here you'll see the header settings. It has the page title. That's always standard. These single blood settings, just let them be. You'll come down here to where it says category include. You may also like, we want to have this as an event or a press. And uncategorized, there is an option, but preferably keep it at event or press for most of your blog posting. If not, don't worry about checking these if it's, say, a new introductory product or anything you would like to write on your blog. You don't need to put a category on it. It is not a necessity. And depending on your blog, you come right back up here and you have a kind of format. Now the format that we would want to enter here is two kinds of formats. Mostly I always suggest a gallery, which is 2 or more pictures, and it's always best to have 3 if you're going to enter a gallery. And then you have video, which you can enter a video. And for instance, when we click on the gallery, we'll go down here and you'll see that this window appeared that wasn't there before because we selected the gallery. And here's your section where you'll drop your images here, or you can select the files yourself. Now there's also 2 checkpoints here: enable gallery grid, enable Metro style for gallery grid. All you need is to enable the Metro style grid. So uncheck the enable gallery grid. That's very important, so please take a note of that. And I've shown you this before. In order to drop images or select images for your folder, you just select the folder you would like and just pick an image here. On Veterans Day, we selected this image, if you recall, and that's how the images will appear. 1, 2, 3. And once you're done with that, you don't have to do anything else but scroll back up, and right here where it says featured image, set featured image, click on that. And this is important because this is where the image appears, where people will see on a blog posting you may also like. And if you don't put an image there, it's just going to show either a black or a gray icon space, and it will only detail the title of the next blog story. So this is very important to just keep adding the visual effects of your website for your blog posting. And let's just say we want to use the same picture as our featured or as our first image here. So here we go. That's our featured image. And let's go ahead and add some more pictures here. Let's add that NASA picture. Now, please take in mind that the pictures are best to be horizontal and best to be a certain size, which I will give you the size for those images. Reason being is that the program is going to automatically set the image scale accordingly to what it believes will fit on the page. And sometimes the crop can be off, sometimes you want a different kind of crop. So therefore, I suggest you crop your images the way you want them to be showcased. Or else, if you put a large image file that's either vertical or horizontal and it's not the image you would like to show, have it already pre-configured on the same settings crop. You can do that on iPhoto or any program that's out there readily available to you. I'm not sure if Dropbox has one, but I know that Google has Photos and you can edit your images there for free. And I've never used it before because I use Photoshop. I use a different program which is more sophisticated. But you can use that too if you learn how to use that amazing software. So that does go in part with the featured image as well. We're going to take a look now and see how that looks. And here you will see, and in these images in the gallery, if they're vertical and the rest are horizontal or vice versa, the windows are going to change because it's trying to scale for that kind of size window. So if your images are all the same, then there's going to be a consistency. If it does go off by one image, always leave it as the last one. So to rearrange your images, you could just put your mouse over the images here and you'll see this cross cursor. So take your two fingers on your keyboard, select your image, and just press down with your thumb, and then with your index finger just drag it. And this is the tricky part. You kind of have to, you have to wait until one of the images moves, and then it goes from left to right. So this is the first image with the veteran. Then you have the second image, and then here you have the third image. And when you have a fourth image, it will appear on this right empty section. Now you can add more images, and then this will extend further down, and it goes in twos. So just to let you know and be aware of that. So that's how we arrange images. We can move this one here, or we can move it back, either one. We'll see how that goes. And that's about it. Now we do the most important thing here is to publish. Make sure we hit publish, because if we click out, then we lose this entire posting and we waste our time. So let's hit publish. Great. And up here you will see this little green space that says post published, view post. So you can actually click on that. And I'm going to click on that and view the post. So here you go. You have testing post. That's the title. Here's your image, and then you see the gray arrows, and you can click on them. And here you go. See, this image is a vertical image, so it will the website will be responsive to these images, but it doesn't really showcase consistency sometimes. So that's why I always say always have your images the same size, the same format, so that it's always going to be consistent and never a problem. But here, and then we move back up here, and these are the images. So there you go. That's what it looks like. Here's that body. And here is your category, which is uncategorized at this time. And here's the sharing the title. And you can share that. And here's the you may also like. So let's see, and then these arrows also point out to the next story. Let's see how, if the marine does show up. So there's no posting here. Oh, here is the marine. So these are the next two stories. And up here we'll have the previous story we were just in, or we can go forward to the next story, which is the Nassau County Museum of the Arts. So if we do go back, we do see that image icon where we hit the featured image will show that image there, just like it will show these here. So then we go click back here. Now I do see that we have a little mistake, and as you can see on your right hand side there is the recent posts, which is great and accessible, but we have programmed our website to be fully covered, just like this, so that the viewer is just mostly distracted to the story and nothing else until they go to the bottom and they would proceed to clicking on something else. So going back here, there is this what is called a sidebar. So say that you do notice that, or that you did want to correct that after you have published your post. What I would do is go up here to your toolbar where it says edit post and click on that once. That takes you back to where you started with adding new post. So what we'll do is we'll scroll down and there's another thing that I would suggest to uncheck is enable author on single post. You can uncheck that because here clearly I'll show you what that does. Here you will see that it was written by Neil Thomas. You can add a story about you and something like that if you would prefer that. If not, we can keep it anonymous and just turn that off. Uncheck that. So as we're scrolling down, here is where you'll see this sidebar or recent post that appears, which is not, again, it's not bad, but the rest of the posts are designed for this to be the main centerpiece when they click, so they'll be able to view the images with no distractions. And any other posts will be right down here. So we're going to do two things here. We're going to remove the sidebar, and we're going to remove the author of the story. So the author of the story, we've already unchecked it, which is enable author on single post. That's in the single blog settings. So we enabled that. That's perfectly fine. Next thing is that we're going to scroll down and we're going to go to the page post layout. And we're going to do one simple thing. You can see this light gray shade around this icon. Well, this icon shows that there's a sidebar to the right. This icon here shows that there is no sidebar. And this icon over here shows that there is a left-hand sidebar. So what we're going to do is choose the center icon that has no sidebar. And you'll see this light gray shaded area highlighted over the icon. That means it's selected. Once you have done that, you move on to the top, review everything, and instead of publish, this time it's an update. So we'll click on update. And then again, we're going to go view the post, and it's going to take us to viewing the post. And here you go. Now the image is larger. Obviously it's very pixelated because it's a very low resolution. You see the gray arrows. You see the image, the beautiful image, and then here's where the vertical, because it's vertical, it occupies more space on the web page, and the arrows center on the image in order for you to go to the next. So you're able to view the whole thing. And there we go. And here's our story. And look, the about author is not there anymore. So that was the uncheck mark that we did before. And this tutorial covers how to add and edit a posting on your blog.